Fishing is getwaterfish.com. Fishing is one of the core concepts in any open world video game. If an open world video game does not ever have a concept of fishing, a little mini game you play, what even is the game for? In the 10 video game commandment number 1 states, "Thou shalt not create a game without a fishing mini game." And so every video game has a concept of fishing. There is no better form of escapism of fishing. And ever since when a video game took away the ability of closed walls, letting players freely explore the map and do whatever they want, they must also spend hours next to a body of water, unhooking thousands and upon thousands of fish, causing mass extinctions, ecological destructions, and making stingrays the number 1 predator, apparently. The process involves waiting for something to bite, then rapidly clicking to reel it in. The number of clicks depends on the fish's size and rarity, but all items require the same effort. And now, ever since the best update ever, your crew can now catch 1 fish every 10 to 20 minutes. Can you believe that? Sucks with this crew member. In the menu tab, players have a fish journal. This is a fish journal, a fish catalog. This is what players use to masturbate to during long voyages. It contains 86 unique, sexy fish, all with their same unique personalities and characteristics. These fishes are all categorized into common, uncommon, and rare, with specific types found in different areas. You racist little shit. Some of these fishes have special little fish penises, and other fishes have special little fish penises placed elsewhere, and some of these fishes are turtles. And players, upon completing their special little fish Playboy magazine, they get special titles to show how depraved they are. Every grand fisherman has their number 1 weapon. And like how players have different classes, fishermen go into different builds. We have fishing rod stats. The fishing rod lure stat, the most common and the most useful stat of all. It decreases the time it takes for fish to bite the bobber. Regularly, fish would take 20 to 60 seconds to bite the rod, multiplied by 125 minus lure line 3, or by 3 minus every 2 lures if the lure is less than... What? Strength increases the chance of catching giant or massive fish in the dark sea by 1.25 minus strength divided by 3/1. It also increases the time fish stay hooked and the number of clicks it takes to reel them in. Rarity increases the likelihood of catching rare and uncommon fish. If the rarity chance is under 1, then the chance of catching a rare fish is multiplied by 1.25 rarity chance. Item chance increases the chance of catching items, including, of course, sunken items. It works by multiplying the chance to get items. So why 1.25 minus item chance amounted to score 3. When calculating for strength, rarity chance, and item chance, multiply the inverse of the formula onto the base chance. For example, to calculate the chance of a giant, massive fish, the formula would look like... Your weapons cannot necessarily be found in chests. These weapons must be located from certain weapon vendors. The wooden rod is sold by everybody. The wooden rod is the most default of rods. Multiplies every stat by just 1. Other rods can be bought at different vendors with certain buffs and certain debuffs. For example, the most common rod you'll see in all of Arcane Odyssey, the bronze rod, sold at the Palotown fish vendor with a 1.2 times lure chance with a 0.8 times item chance. The bronze rod is more common with divers since they do not like fishing for sunken items. Besides, you'll still get items. It's just a smaller chance. These fishing rods can be enchanted to enhance their performance And there are 8 enchantments to choose from. 4 of these enchantments, known as primary enchantments, boost one of the rod's stats by 25%. It is important for players to buy at least 10 of every fishing rod, and using a enchanter NPC to enchant those 10 rods. Therefore, you'll have spare rods in case another player needs it. Additionally, there are 4 exotic enchantments that be provided. These are found in the Dark Sea, and they significantly amplify their respective stats by 50%. In the Fish Boy, the fish porn magazine, starring the fishes of your fetish dreams. These fishes have special wieners that have specialer stats and specialer variants. Small, giant, massive, and everybody's favorite, a golden. Hovering over a fish displays its information and value. The fish journal is divided into 2 main sections: red fish and blue fish. And these fishes both hate each other. Fishes are incredibly racist, and they hate other fishes from different regions. Ocean fishes are the most common fishes that you are going to catch, and because of your crew, you're going to unconsciously acquire one of every kind very quickly. It takes about, 20 hours? And only saltwater fish are allowed the massive modifier, and these fishes are only found within the first layer of the Dark Sea. A fish's size combined with their rarity, it increases their rarity. A golden rare fish would be considered legendary. Once you've caught a legendary fish, the game makes you student of the day by throwing you a little parade and announcing your name into the entire chat so everybody can see your accomplishments. Players would maximize the strength stats in their fishing rods to try and acquire massive rare fish, since these rare saltwater fish would automatically be legendary, and it would be used as a tactic to farm legendary scales. I'll talk about that later. Warm freshwater fish are designated in warm ponds, while cold freshwater fish are designated in cold ponds. The definition between a warm and a cold pond depends on the temperature stat in your GUI. Different world record fish from all over the world all come to vacation in Arcane Odyssey's beautiful, beautiful fresh waters. Some of these fishes include the koi, the muscalunga, the king salmon, the colossal squid, and the Catching at least one type of every fish earns players the expert angler title, but catching every variant and size and style of the fish earns players the Master Angler title. Besides fish, items can be caught while fishing. Similar like loot found in chests, some items may not have any value and are considered junk items. And half of all the armor items found through fishing have the drown modifier, excluding the sunken items since they're already drowned. Junk items consist of tin cans and boots, but these items still have value since players are actually willing to buy these items simply for shits and giggles. Normally there's an 8.3% chance to catch an item. First, a sunken item is determined, followed by an item, then an exotic gem. Regularly, there is a 0.05% overall chance to catch a random sunken item. This rate can be increased by the item chance stat of a fishing rod or the luck effect. However, because of the Nimbus C update, developers will completely destroy the luck effect concept when it comes to fishing to promote the concept of diving. Traditionally, the way to catch sunkens were through fishing, so players would line up and fish into the water for hours on end for the hopes to catch any form of sunken iron. This was changed in the small update where there is a chance to get a sunken items through opening underwater chests. This is probably because development discovered players are starting to waste their time fishing instead of actually playing the game. Sunken items have a pity system, so every 3,000th catch is guaranteed to be a sunken item. Is that all Arcane Odyssey is? Just standing next to a body of water, hoping every 3,000th catch you're going to get sunken pity? Oh, I sure hope I do get that sunken pity there. I go with the 3,000th catch of fish today. Oh, I love staying away from my wife. I'm a fisherman. Fish come in 3 different rarities with a 1 in 30 chance of it being rare. Chance of catching an uncommon fish is 1 in 10th, and the remaining 87% of the fish will be common. Disgusting. discovering any type of fish gives 10% of a player's max experience, regardless of the variant. Small fish are worth half as much as regular fish. There is 1 in 4 chance of fish being small. Giant fish are worth double as normal fish, while increasing the item's rarity by 1 stage, up to exotic. There's a 12.5% chance of it being giant. Golden fish are worth triple as normal fish. They also boost the item's rarity by 2 stages, up to legendary. There is a 3.3% chance of a fish being golden. While in the Dark Sea, massive fishes are 3 times bigger, restore 3 times more hunger when cooked, sell for 5 times more gravity, and raise the item's rarity by 2 stages. Massive fish are found in the first range of the Dark Sea and beyond. They share the same chance as giant fish. All fish will rot after 24 real-life hours of sitting in a player's inventory. Keep in mind this includes the time when you do not play the game. This concept is to prevent the marketplace from being ruined, apparently. I don't know. I'm not a market person. When a fish rots, it transforms into bones. A rotted fish will also produce double the scales. Golden and legendary fish produce scales, which are used to create luck potions. Golden and legendary scales are also found in golden and silver chests, with a very, very small amount of chance. Choosing to cook a fish of scale status only gives you 1 of the scale, but can make your food glazed or with recovery 5, depending on whether it's golden, legendary, or both. Luck potions, although nowadays useless when it comes to fishing, can greatly help you with Dark Sea expeditions and the results you get from it. For example, 5 legendary fish scales give you luck 4, which is going to give you a guaranteed exotic scroll from the Dark Seal chests, where if you have a lot of Dark Seal chests on your boat, it's going to That's sort of the only practical role fishing plays in Arcane Odyssey. Other than that, nowadays the only role fishing plays are entirely social, where with the Master Angler title you are seen as a god among men. Master Baiter, and Master Baiter to all fish, which is as a person who enjoys going AFK and doing fishing with a robot. Judging by only the size of the fishes caught, the player is extremely strong. They can reel in a basking shark, which typically weighs in around 5,200 kilograms, with little to no effort, and will always hold these fish up without any loss of balance or otherwise being crushed. Fish given by castaways will fill fish journals and therefore count as caught fish for the Expert Angler title. Before the Nimbus C update, Luck 5 did not give fish at all and only gave items. Catching physical items does not count towards the fish caught stat on the player's thingamabob, and therefore a player's sunken pity. Fishing is a fucking useless concept of the game, and it's only there to make the open world experience more open world. If it wasn't for the scale system, I wouldn't even be doing it myself. But perhaps you could put some use into this system. Perhaps players could catch certain lost technique scrolls from their fishing rods. Perhaps players could be able to catch fish which they use as weapons, not to be confused with Atlantean fish weapons. For example, the Terraria hammerhead shark and the hammerhead pickaxe and the hammerhead weapon thing. I don't remember the names of them. Certain weapons and spells that can be only acquired through fishing, with similar concepts and similar items being implemented into the topic of diving as well as treasure charts. But so far, fishing is a disappointment. It is dead to me. I've failed fishing. Fishing is a disgrace, and it should be put down. But still, it's not a Vatex game without fishing. And besides, the fish porn magazine was kind of good. I might as well look at it while I'm ending the video.